Hello, welcome to your reading. I hope you guys are doing so good. Thank you for joining me. So today's reading is the person on your mind. What are their thoughts and what are their feelings towards you at this moment in time? All right, so we do have 3 groups for you to choose from. We have group 1, the rose quartz, group 2, the aquamarine, and group 3, the amethyst crystal. Okay, so group 1, 2, and 3, the person on your mind. How do they feel about you? What are their thoughts on you and this connection at the moment? So yeah, if you do want to take a moment to choose your group, go ahead, but I will see you all in your readings. Okay, hi all, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the 3rd group, the person in your mind, what are their thoughts and what are their feelings towards you at this moment? All right, so I will start off with your tarot cards. So first of all, we do have the Queen of Pentacles, the Mother of Pentacles in reverse, and we also have the High Priestess upright. Okay, so how do they feel about you? Alright, so if you chose this group right now, the person you're asking about, they feel like you are somehow being unfair towards them for some reason. They think you're being selfish. I mean, in reality, it could just be you putting your responsibilities first, your needs and, you know, things that you need to take care of, and they're taking it personally. But it does feel like they hate that you have so many responsibilities, like so many things that you may need to do or focus on that kind of takes the attention away from them. You know, they hate that you aren't available to them as much as they would like you to be. They do feel like realistically you both can't take care of each other's needs, whether this is like right now or is it right now? I feel like this could definitely be more so right now, especially if it is creating some type of conflict between the two of you, you know. This doesn't really feel like something they think indefinitely, but they definitely feel like right now you can't or you aren't taking care of each other's needs, you know, for whatever reason. They do feel like you have this jealous streak in their opinion. They do think, do they think of being jealous towards them? They don't necessarily feel like you have a jealous streak when it comes to them, but let me see. I mean, it could be referring to people they know, so only take that one if it makes sense. For some of you, like, they do feel you could be, you know, jealous when it comes to like other women if you are a woman. But yeah, they do think that you are self-interested or maybe just too self-interested at the moment, even if you're just doing what you need to do to get by. You know, they do feel like it's you being self-interested, even though it may not be that, you know. I mean, for some of you, maybe there is a reason why you have pulled back from this person and you aren't giving them as much attention as you used to. Maybe you're completely aware of why that is, you know. But whatever the case is, they are taking it personally. They definitely are feeling a bit disconnected from you right now. They feel like they aren't doing enough for you either. I mean, this could even be referring to like the past of your relationship, like maybe moments even leading up to this point, like they feel like they didn't do enough. Honestly, they feel super insecure because you aren't giving them enough attention. They think you aren't putting in enough effort, you know, even if you have your reasons. And they feel like you aren't paying enough attention to how they're feeling as well, you know. And for a lot of you here, they do feel like they can't give you the material things that you want. They do think you are more materialistic, but they don't feel like you necessarily put that on them, but they could feel some kind of way because they aren't able to kind of live up to maybe a standard that you've set for yourself. Even if you don't kind of put that on them or other people, they do feel that like I don't know what would be the correct word, maybe like some form of inadequacy by not being able to give you certain material things that you want. They do feel like they need to be more impulsive and reckless when it comes to you. Maybe they kind of think, no, for a lot of you, they kind of think they have been a bit too rigid. Like they feel like they have been too, let me see. Like there's a part of them that could feel or recognize that it's actually on them as to why you are more distant towards them or certain things aren't working out between you both. Like, I know repulsive is too much of a harsh word, but I literally can't think of a more appropriate word. But it feels like, they kind of understand why you've kind of like been repulsed by them. Repulse is like a very harsh word, so if you know of a lesser word that's less harsh than that, then yeah, that's probably more appropriate. But yeah, they do feel like they need to be more upfront, more forward. They do feel unsure about you. For some of you, they do feel unsure about your compatibility with one another, maybe long term or just like specific areas. They do feel extremely possessive over you too, and this may not be all the time, but like if they were to see someone commenting on your posts, like maybe they become a bit more possessive, or when they see someone talking to you, or when you're too busy and you don't really have time for them like that, or when they don't see you for a while. So like maybe when they're around you, they aren't too possessive, but like when they're not around you, like they definitely become more obsessive and possessive where you're concerned, for sure. They definitely have a desire to control you a little bit too, They desire you a lot in other ways too, like definitely physically, especially with that High Priestess card being there and the Queen of Pentacles, even though it's in the upright. They desire you a lot, especially your time and your attention too, but also physically. So they also think and worry that they themselves aren't independent enough. They do feel in love with you, or they could be, yeah, they do feel in love with you. It feels like they would love for you to be more affectionate. They love how sensual you are. They desire you a lot. They feel like you are so balanced and maybe a bit stoic at times. They think you're intuitive and mystical and spiritual. They actually think you are quite a perfectionist too. They do feel like you are psychic or have like these magical abilities. I'm hearing like, how do you know that? Or why do I keep thinking about you? It's like, that song, I'm hearing that song, I Put a Spell on You. And they could low-key or maybe like 100% believe you put a spell on them. But yeah. And they feel this way because they are low-key obsessed with you. I don't know if they're ready to admit that. Have they admitted that to themselves? It feels like they've halfway admitted that to themselves, but yeah. But they do think that they need to reveal their feelings to you, like be more upfront, more honest, more just like kind of just say it, But yeah, they feel like you are very attentive, or they at least want you to be attentive towards them, especially if you aren't right now. Okay, I'm gonna do these ones first. So we have individualistic. So they actually feel like they are needing to be more individualistic, like whether this is like not being influenced by other people's thoughts and opinions, or maybe not hanging out with their friends so much, but like they do this isn't in relation to you at all, but it is in relation to something you know, separate from you. Like they definitely, maybe you've triggered them into realizing that they do need to be a bit more individualistic or a bit more independent. Do you have more from this one? Okay, thanks. All right, so we also have Frank. So if any of you here are quite frank, direct, quite assertive, or maybe sometimes you just say things like how it is, you know, if any of you do resonate with that, then they definitely it feels like they definitely feel some type of way when you are quite frank. Maybe you're that way towards them, or they feel like you've been that way towards them. But yeah, it feels so I heard in my head like I don't like it, you know, just like straight up I don't like it, and then the Five of Swords came out. So for some of you, yeah, they could have a problem with you being quite frank when it comes to them. So we have obedient as well. I'm kind of afraid what message might come out with this. All right, so for a lot of you, they actually feel like you are obedient already. Submissive doesn't really feel like the right word, and yeah. But yeah, for some of you, they do feel like you are obedient, but yeah. But not in like a harsh way, like I tell you to jump and you say how high type of way, like not in a disrespectful way at all. We also have proud. I mean, that was clarified by the Nine of Swords. Like, they feel proud of you. Are they afraid to admit it or something? So they feel proud of you, but it also gives them anxiety for some reason. It makes them feel nervous. For some of you, they could actually feel a bit inferior to you, or just feel like you're doing much better than them. And even though like it makes me feel nervous, it makes me kind of look at myself in like a kind of weird way, I'm still proud of you and you know what you're doing and what you have going on. So it's like they're proud of you, but at the same time they kind of begrudge you for it as well, unfortunately. All right, so we have key. Let me put this here. So we have key, seek your aha moment. No. Okay, anyway. So how do they feel about you? So they definitely feel like you see them with more clarity. Like they feel like you have, yeah, more clarity about them. Maybe they feel like you see them for who they are now, or like in some area. So yeah, it almost feels like you found a key to like who they are, or you know, like say for example there's like a whole house, maybe you found a key for like a specific door, and it's like once you open that door you can't unsee what's inside that room, you know. So they kind of feel like you've had that kind of experience with them, you know. We also have angel, tap into your higher wisdom. I feel like for this card, the message is very simple. Like they do feel like you are a bit of an angel. Or maybe they feel like you have like angelic qualities. It doesn't even really feel like angelic qualities. Let me see. For some of you, it's like they feel like you're an angel because they see you as a gift. Or again, like we have it right underneath proud, like someone that they are or can be proud of. There's a lot of yellow here as well, especially with this card, which I'll do in a moment. So, I mean, it feels like they have confidence in you. Or if you have confidence in yourself, like they definitely respect that. But again, Nine of Swords, it makes them feel nervous too. Alright, so we have busy times and multitasking. Yeah, so I mean, you know, with the messages that were coming out earlier as well, like they do feel like you are busy. I mean, they feel like you either are currently juggling them or you would have to juggle them, you know. And we also have give it to God. So they really do, I don't know if they're religious or if they're like a hope for the best kind of person, but whatever their beliefs are, it's like it does feel like they are praying for your connection. It feels like they're hoping for the best when it comes to your connection as well. Like they definitely are low-key, you know, I don't know if they believe in manifestation, but they definitely are trying to manifest you know, improvements in your relationship or just a positive outcome clarified by the Lovers. So yeah, they could be manifesting yeah, like a stronger or strong relationship with you. So now I'm gonna look at these cards, some messages from them. How do they feel about you? So we have, I'm worried you don't feel the same. So I don't really feel like there's a question right now of whether or not they feel the same, whether you both feel the same for each other. I mean, that could definitely be a thing for some of you guys, but the main message is that they do feel worried and they do feel nervous when it comes to you and when it comes to the connection. I mean, this could be for a bunch of different reasons or for, you know, because of some of the things that came out earlier in the reading. We also have, is it worth it? So this has nothing really to do with you or the relationship. I mean, yeah, it does have something to do with you, but they kind of question not whether or not you're worth it. They definitely kind of see and know already that you are. But they're kind of questioning whether or not they're worth it right now. Or this is like something that they could be worried about, like in the future, if we were to commit more or commit in a certain way, will I feel anxious? Will I feel inferior or inadequate in any way, you know? We also have I accept you for who you are. So they definitely feel like they accept you, or, you know, they do think about how they accept you for who you are. And it feels like they do love you for who you are too, as well. So we also have please don't say no, please say yes. For some of you, they do feel like you might reject them. I mean, this may not be rejecting them as a whole, but if I come towards you and I ask you something like, hey, should we do A, B, and C? And they're kind of worried that you may turn them down or you may reject them. For some of you, I mean, they could be worried about an outright rejection from you. It doesn't really feel like that for the majority of you here, though. So yeah, I mean, it could be as simple as that, that they're like, they are worried about you saying no to something, you know? So we also have dance for me. For some of you, they do have a desire to dance with you. For a lot of you, like, they just have a desire to see you move. They may feel like you may like do a good striptease as well. We have out of nowhere. So with the Eight of Wands, like, they do feel like you came out of nowhere. Like lightning. Yeah. We also have my private part, just frogs thinking about you. So, you know, they do feel extremely attracted to you. You're definitely in a lot, if not all. Actually, I'm gonna say all, like, that you're definitely in all of their late night thoughts. Let's put it that way, okay? So we do have selfish. I mean, you know, again, like, that message did come up earlier, clarified by the Page of Wands. Like, they do feel like you are or can be a bit selfish, or maybe kind of like where you are at in your life right now, maybe especially in terms of a relationship with them. So we also have innocence. But again, like, they do feel like you are very sweet. They do feel like you're innocent. We have angel as well, so maybe that's what that was referring to as well. Like, they do feel like you are a bit of an angel, right? And finally, we have opposites attract. You know, I think, I don't know, that message may have came out earlier too, but they do feel like you both are very different. Like, I feel like the message of compatibility came up earlier, and they do feel like they're, I wouldn't say an issue. Is it an issue? It doesn't really feel like an issue. I'm not really sure what I said earlier, but they don't really feel like you guys are the most compatible, but they feel like it can work, or it already does work, or they're kind of just attracted to the differences between you both, whether, regardless of whether they think it works or not, you know? But anyways, like, that is all I have for this group. I do hope it could resonate and be helpful to you, but I am wishing you all the best. Okay, take care of yourselves. Bye. Hello, if you have chosen the second group, the aquamarine crystal, then this reading is for you. The person on your mind, how do they feel about you? What are their thoughts and feelings towards you at this time? All right, so we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, and we have the Three of Cups in did I say reserved? In reverse. So Ace of Swords reverse, Three of Cups reversed. Let me see, actually, 1 second. I mean, they could think that you are a bit reserved. They may even think that they are a bit reserved when it comes to you as well. But at the moment, they do feel like communication is off between you both. They feel like it's been off, you know, between the two of you. They feel like you don't really know how to talk to them, and this could just be in like a shy kind of way, like you don't, yeah, in like a shy kind of way. Maybe don't know what conversations to like kind of bring up with them, or you just feel a bit conflicted, or your voice is just a bit, I don't know, like low when it comes to them. I don't know what it could be, but for some of you, this is more so you not being able to kind of like speak your truth to them, you know, like whatever that could be, or just be authentic and be honest and just be who you are around them. And at the moment, they're not really sure how to feel about you. They feel like you don't want to hang out with them. They feel like you don't want to hang out with them, maybe socialize with them right now. But at the same time, like they don't know how to talk to you either, you know, and they don't know what to say as well. Like they do feel like there are blockages between you both, and they feel conflicted about it because they aren't sure if these blockages are a good or a bad thing, you know, like are we being protected from getting into a situation that wouldn't be beneficial for us, or is it a bad thing? And you know, I'm just like impatient to talk to you. Like it feels like they could have those conflicting feelings, but at the same time, like they do feel excited to talk to you. Maybe they feel excited when they see you, or they feel this anticipation to talk to you. But yeah, they also feel nervous. Like they feel like a mixture of anticipation and nervousness. I mean, anticipation. I think that does mean like a little bit nervous. I don't know. But yeah, they do feel a bit nervous as well at the prospect of talking to you, or possibly talking to you more than you both currently talk to each other. Maybe even like getting your contact information if you guys aren't at that point yet where you guys, you know, have each other's numbers or emails, whatever it may be. For some of you, for a lot of you here, like they aren't entirely sure if you want to talk to them. They want to reach out to you, but may wait for you to like give them a sign first. They do feel like there's potential for you to not hear them out. Like that could be something they're worried about. They may even like they have this desire to reach out to you, to talk to you. Like they feel like you don't necessarily have that same desire. So that could be another reason why they're kind of waiting for a signal or a sign from you to kind of like give them like the green light, so to speak. But right now they're not even sure if you even want that to be like an option, right? They do feel like you are quite secretive. I mean, again, like reserved came up earlier, so this could just be you being reserved or private. With the Three of Cups, maybe not the most social, you know, this could be in general or when it comes to them particularly. But anyways, they do feel like you are quite secretive. They don't feel like they know much about you. They definitely want to know more though. They do feel blocked from starting something with you, possibly starting something new with you. If this is someone, you know, you've already, like this could be someone new in your life, or this could be someone you've, you know, who's been in your life for quite some time. But regardless, they do feel blocked from kind of starting with you, whether it's starting something new or kind of like starting again. But it does feel like they want you to be more aware of them. They do feel like they haven't been friendly enough towards you. They feel like they need to be nicer, like they feel like they need to be more inviting. And they are thinking about changing that, like changing their approach, or kind of possibly trying to come across as more friendly and more inviting, you know? And for some reason, they feel jealous of you. This could be mostly due to the uncertainty between you both. Like again, like make because there isn't much communication, or one of you is more reserved or secretive than the other, like that jealousy could stem from the uncertainty. Like, I don't know who you're talking to, I don't know if you even like me like that, you know, I don't know if someone else is getting your attention. So they could be low-key jealous because of that. Let me see if there's any other reasons why. Yeah, it feels like mostly like they're not sure who's getting your attention or who you're giving your attention to, because they definitely feel like you aren't giving it to them, you know? So they could be curious, they could be a little bit jealous about that as well. Um, but yeah. But it could be something you are more aware of. Either you know for a fact why they're jealous, or maybe you feel something else intuitively, you know, definitely trust that. They do feel like there is this competition for you. And they may not even know for sure if you're with someone else or if you have a relationship or a connection to someone else right now. And, you know, it's just because they think you're so desirable. So they think you kind of get that attention, or be kind of weird in their eyes if you didn't get that attention. It's like, yeah, it does irritate them though, the thought of other people kind of getting your attention. And you know, even if you are giving someone your attention right now, or it's just something that's kind of in their head and they don't know for sure, they're irritated because they definitely want you to give them that attention. Even they want to give you that attention too. Like, they want to be the one to kind of, I don't know what the right word is, but like maybe to dote on you a little bit, to be all lovey and shit with you. But you know, even if they aren't 100% sure that you're receiving that from someone else, they do feel like they need to put in that extra effort with you. They do feel like you are hard to please. I mean, this could just be that you're kind of misunderstood to this person, or they kind of don't know in which ways like they can please you, you know? But anyways, so we have hypocritical. So they actually feel like they've been a bit hypocritical when it comes to you. They may feel like they judged you unfairly. Or it's like, I have a problem with you doing this when realistically I'm doing the same thing, you know? So they kind of realize or feel like they have been a bit unfair and a bit hypocritical where you're concerned. So we also have mercurial, unpredictable. Yeah, they definitely feel like you're unpredictable. They feel like you're very unique and beautiful too. Like, unique in beautiful ways. Different in beautiful ways. We also have perfectionist. So I don't know about perfectionists, but they definitely feel like they need to come correct. Like, that's the only way I can put it. Like, they feel like they need to come to you, like, yeah, correct. They feel like they need to come to you proper, you know? Not necessarily as a perfectionist, but kind of having their like dots dotted, their eyes dotted and their T's crossed, you know? And we also have relaxed. So they definitely feel like they need to chill the F out when they're around you. I don't know if they're all like nervous or fidgety or they talk too much. I don't know what it is, but you know when someone's nervous, they can maybe like do something in excess or whatever. But yeah, they definitely feel like they need to chill the F out around you. They definitely feel like they need to kind of encourage like a more relaxed kind of environment or, you know, energy between the two of you. So you have naked. Excuse me. So we have naked. How do they feel about you? So for some of you, they are trying to see you naked. Wink, wink. But this also feels like they are wanting more of a vulnerability between the two of you too. We have money. Alright, so the main message that I'm getting with this card, so it does say below, discover the source of your power, and it feels like this discover is almost like a curiosity about you, and that's how they feel, like they do feel curious about you. Oh, okay, nice. So we have natural beauty and authenticity. So they do feel like you're very naturally beautiful. They do feel like you're extremely authentic as well. I mean, that was clarified by the King of Wands. So for some of you, they could think you're very handsome, like in a way, or very charming too. But with the Hermit, like your authenticity, it could be low-key, it could be quiet, it could be something that's very private and personal to you, or they kind of just feel like you are those things. But whatever it is, like they do feel like you are quite authentic. Alright, so we have clearing negative energy. So replace negativity with within or around you. So I don't know about negative energy, but they definitely want the vibe between you both to change in a more positive way, of course. For some of you, like there is this energy of wanting to start again with you. So we have, it's that smile for me, so it's eyes for me. So they do feel like you are absolutely stunning. Like they do feel like you're incredibly beautiful. They feel like you have a beautiful mouth, beautiful smile, beautiful teeth, beautiful eyes. We also have, let's piss off the neighbors, don't hold back. That actually came out in a weird way earlier when I was shuffling for this group. So I guess it wanted to come out again. So how do they feel about you? So they definitely feel like you're holding back when it comes to them. They don't necessarily feel like they're holding back as much as you are. I don't know if there is like a third party energy in your connection, whether it's work, whether it's the environment you guys are in, whether this is a relationship, like they don't want you both to hold back because of those external energies, you know? We have I deserve better. So they feel like they deserve better. They could be in a situation or previous relationships or just in a situation right now where they do feel incredibly burdened, where they do, let me see, is this a person? I mean, for some of you, they could be in a relationship where they do feel burdened, like they feel like maybe this person doesn't pull their weight. And whatever the case is, like they're going through some things and they're kind of realizing that they deserve better. Like this doesn't have to do with you. I mean, you could be the better. That was clarified by the Two of Cups. How nice. They could realize or feel like you are the better that they could deserve, you know? So we also have my family doesn't approve. So, okay, like they feel like your family may not approve of them. It doesn't feel like their family doesn't approve of you. I mean, that's not the message that's coming through. I mean, if that's going on in your situation with this person, then, you know, take that message. But this is more so in terms of you. Like, they feel like your family won't accept them or approve of you both being in a relationship together. So we have you're so beautiful. So yes, what else can we say? They feel like you are so damn beautiful, okay? We also have wild thoughts. So they do have a lot. That was clarified by the devil. You're actually having a laugh. Like they do have a lot of wild, kinky thoughts about you. Like some really dirty thoughts about you. That is hilarious. Five of Wands. What was Five of Pentacles as well? Like they could even feel bad about having these thoughts about you, to be honest. Sorry. Anyways. Alright, so we have boring. So at this moment in time, like what they're perceiving is that you don't really have anything exciting going on for you right now in their perception. We also have curious. Did that message come out for this group or was it for the last group? I can't remember. Regardless, they do feel curious about you. Yeah. We also have, I don't know how this will end, but I know that I want to try. So they do feel like there is uncertainty between you both, but that's not going to stop them from trying to move forward or trying to reach out to you or whatever it may be. And finally, we have you are so damn magical. So yeah, they do find you so attractive, beautiful, magical, like you're just so attractive to this person. All right, but that is all I have for this group. I do hope it could resonate. I do hope it could be helpful and make sense, but I'm wishing you all the best. Take care. Bye. Hello. If you've chosen the third group, the amethyst in this reading is for you. The person on your mind, what are their thoughts, what are their feelings about you, the connection at this moment in time. Alright, so we do have the Seven of Cups and the Four of Swords, both in reverse. Alright, so the person you're asking about, they feel like they're seeing you in a more realistic way. Like they definitely feel like maybe they didn't understand you or didn't see you clearly in the past. Or if they were confused about you before, they definitely feel like they have that clarity now. Maybe better focus even. Yeah, maybe their intentions or their energy or their direction towards you in the past was quite scattered. Whereas now they definitely feel more focused, more clear-headed. you know, especially with that Four of Swords being in reverse and the Seven of Cups being in reverse. But yeah, they feel like they know you better, they feel like they understand you better, they may feel like they understand or have a better idea of your character, maybe have a better idea of your temperament. Like, for example, if you are someone who is quite shy and humble, they understand that now. If you're someone who is quite attentive, they understand that. If you're someone who's quite fiery, you know, you like to stand up for yourself or other people, they understand that. If you have a taste for justice, they understand that. Like, whatever it is, like, they definitely feel like they understand some aspect of who you are, yeah, better, in a clearer light. They do feel in love with you. They feel like you are generally a good person, and they feel like they have to do right by you. Like, you're someone that they want to do right by. They do think they need to give you clarity about how they're feeling and certain things that have been bothering them. For some of you, it could be a potential third party situation that's bothering them. I mean, this doesn't even have to be like a current relationship. Like, this could be referring to an ex. This could be referring to something else other than a romantic relationship. It could be family, it could be an ex, a job, an environment. But for a lot of you, it could be another relationship, you know, whether it be on their side or yours, or whether it be a past relationship. For a lot of you, actually, it feels like they could want clarity from you in terms of maybe your most recent relationship or a past relationship, a significant one though, you know, like, say for example, you lived with this person, or you were married to this person, or you had a child with them. It feels like, I don't know, something about a past relationship is bothering them. And the reason why a past relationship is bothering them is because they do fear that it has maybe changed the way you love, or changed the way you are in relationships, or it's made your heart harden a little bit. So they could be a bit worried about that, like something that they do maybe want, you know, further clarity on. They do feel like you are or would be a good choice for them. They think you are or would be loyal to them. They definitely have made up their mind about you, you know. So if they were kind of giving you that kind of iffy, unsure kind of energy, it feels like they're definitely going to be more moving forward with a more clear intention, more clear direction and focus. For some of you though, they may not feel like entirely comfortable around you yet. For some of you, they could even be quite intimidated by you. I mean, this may not even be like you as a person. Like, this could be a situation you're going through. Like, say for example, I don't know, for example, you have kids, like, that could be intimidating to them, or your job could be intimidating, like something about you or something that is connected to you could be quite intimidating. But that's not for everyone. For some of you, like, they've been heartbroken before. They're afraid of that happening again with that Three of Swords and the Eight of Swords coming out. They could be worried about it happening again. And it may take them a while to overcome being, you know, I wouldn't say uncomfortable, but not completely themselves around you, or not completely comfortable around you. For some of you, like, it's nothing personal, it's just who they are. It could take them a while to be comfortable around anyone or in any kind of relationship, work relationship, friendship. Like it could just be something that's difficult for them in general. And for a lot of you, like they've made up their mind that they do want to become comfortable around you, you know? Even if it may take them a while. For some of you though, they may have realized that you can't or won't be able to support them in some way. For some of you, they may have realized that you won't be able to emotionally support them. Especially if they do have their own issues going on, it feels like they have realized that you won't be able to support them in certain things that they are going through right now. And for some of you, I don't know why, but like there's this bittersweet energy that this person is feeling, and it may not be about you directly, like it could involve you a little bit, but it's not like a direct fault of you, if that makes sense. But they do feel sad a little bit, you know, they do feel, I mean, yeah, they could be going through something difficult. And I don't know, it feels like it's in relation to you, but again, not directly caused by you, if that makes sense. Like there could be something external that I'm going through that makes it difficult for something between you and I, you know? I don't know what it's about though. For some of you, I mean, they could be sad about where they're at in life, maybe where you're at, or just where your relationship is at right now. For some of you, like this is more so about certain things that you have been through. It makes them sad, like especially if you have like spent a while recovering or you're currently recovering. But that might not be for a lot of you though. For some of you, they feel sad because you don't have a lot of support or a lot of people in your life, or you don't have a lot of love, or, you know, maybe that's been a theme in your life. So even though they do have clarity about you and how they feel about you and the direction that they have with you, they do feel confused on like the logistics of things. For some of you, this could be referring to traveling or like a living situation. I mean, for some of you, there is some worry about you moving away, but again, like that's only if it makes sense, only if it's relevant. And, you know, even if it's not relevant to you, like that could still be a fear that they have. But they realize that they do want a relationship with you, or they want to continue a relationship with you. They feel ready to commit to you. They do feel like they've been awakened, you know. They do feel a desire to spend more alone time with you as well. They could feel detached emotionally, or that's something that they struggle with. But it feels like you're definitely helping them reconnect to their emotions. They do feel like you both could be good friends, you know, on top of whatever relationship you already have with them. Like they either feel like you or they have been single too long, or maybe you guys have been apart for too long. But they also feel like you have been opening up to them a bit more, but they feel like you both need to be more honest with each other moving forward. Okay, so we have email. Be mindful of the messages you send. So they definitely recognize that they need to be more mindful of that, maybe the things that they say, how they, like their energy and how they approach you or approach certain situations. They definitely realize that they need to be more mindful in general when it comes to you. We also have ceremony, honor how far you've come. They do feel like you both have come a long way though. Oh, I was meant to do these ones first. So we have soft. So they either feel like you are already quite a soft and gentle person, or that's like a desire, like they desire to have a connection with you that is soft, that is gentle and caring and nurturing, all that good stuff. So we have extroverted. So they could feel like you guys are different in that way. For some of you, maybe you're extroverted and they're not, or let me see. For some of you, they could just feel like you are extroverted or more extroverted than they are. So even though they have more clarity on how you both may move forward, or, you know, your journey together moving forward, they definitely feel like it may be a bit complicated. You have nice. So they do feel like you are really nice. You also have imaginative. So they actually feel like they need to be a bit more imaginative with you. Yeah, so it's like, if I can't do something in a simple way, then maybe I do need to kind of like think outside of the box, and they've kind of realized that, or that's how they feel. So we have progress, not perfection. So they're kind of just happy you guys are making progress, you know, or that you guys will be making progress. Yeah, so they either feel like they need to stop worrying about things being perfect, or they need to stop kind of pushing for things to be perfect. So we also have let yourself feel all of your emotions. So they, Queen of Swords, like they definitely feel like in the past they haven't allowed themselves to feel all of their emotions. This could be in general. Let me see. I mean, yeah, this could be in general actually, but I feel like connecting with you with that Two of Cups, connecting with you, talking to you, being a friend to you has helped them connect to their emotions a bit more than they would have done in the past. So we have, I'm interested in someone else. don't know, this was clarified by the moon. So for some of you here, like they do feel an interest or curiosity towards someone else. This may not even be in a romantic way, but this is something else that they do want to be honest with you about. For some of you, they could feel like it's the other way around. They could feel like you're interested in someone else. We have dishonesty. So they do feel like maybe you both haven't been completely honest with one another, and they do feel like you guys need to be more honest. We have my mind is elsewhere. So it actually feels like they are less distracted now than they were previously. We also have you're so strong, but you don't have to do this alone. So they definitely feel like they want your support. Three of Pentacles, they could want your support, like they don't want to have to continue doing something alone. It definitely feels like they want your company more. So we also have I can't be there for you the way I want to, or the way you need me to. I mean, in different ways, they may feel like you both aren't or won't be able to be there for each other, maybe the way the other person needs it. This may even be more of a worry that you can't be there for them the way they need, or the other way around too. Especially with this Eight of Swords, it's come out a few times. Three of Swords has come out so much times during this reading when I was clarifying certain things. And now the weather is going crazy outside. It just feels like, I don't know, if someone struggles with mental health or anything like that, then there's definitely some worries around that. And being able to kind of cater and be there for the person the way they need it. So we also have I'm done. So that was clarified by the Six of Swords. So for some of you, like they could feel like you have finally moved on from something. Eight of Cups, Six of Swords as well. Like they do feel like you have finally moved on from someone or something, but they are worried about like the residual energy, residual pain or hurt from that relationship or from that person. We have trust your intuition. So again, like they do feel like they have, sorry, I had to turn on the light. I didn't realize how dark it was. But yeah, they have realized that they do need to trust their intuition more when it comes to you. Like they have had this clarity about you and they kind of feel like they just need to trust it moving forward. Where are you going? Oh, God. All right, so we have secrets. I mean, that was clarified straight away by the Devil card. Like they could feel like you do have secrets from them. They may even feel like they need to keep your relationship a secret for a little while. We also have You've Got Me All Wrong. So they definitely feel like they misjudged you in the past, and they kind of realize now, again, like what was said at the beginning of the reading, that they definitely have more clarity on you. And finally, we have it's too late to say sorry. I mean, if there was any conflicts at the beginning of your relationship or something that you've dealt with more recently with them, then they do feel like maybe you both are past the point of apologizing to one another, or maybe they kind of just feel like it's too late to apologize to you. So they do feel like it's too late to say sorry to you. They do feel like it's too late to apologize. I'm just going to see what this is about for some of you. I mean, if this person was a little bit selfish in the past, then they definitely feel like they need to apologize for that. Yeah, maybe they were definitely, I mean, that was clarified by the moon and the seven of swords. Like they maybe were a bit selfish or put their needs ahead of yours, or, you know, the greater good of your relationship, and they are apologetic for that. But anyways, that is all I have for this group. I do hope it can resonate, be helpful. I'm wishing you the best, okay? Take care. Bye.